Welcome! I'm Megan of North Star Astrology, and today I'm going to be talking about the North Node of the Moon in Leo, which finally occurs on May 9th, 2017, next month. And I'm going to be reading out loud from the book called Astrology for the Soul by the eloquent, very beautifully articulate Jan Stiller. And here it is, the North Node in Leo, and the overview of, I will be reading out loud the excerpts on some of my favorite parts of this book, or this chapter of the North Node in Leo, because it's so beautiful and so true, as some people in my own life have this placement of their North Node in Leo. And this chapter literally goes over past lives, talents and profession, going with the flow, daydreaming versus manifestation, focus versus distraction, creativity, gamemanship, the needs section on personal growth, developing the ego, developing the will, self-motivation, involvement, commitment, taking responsibility, trust, rigidity versus vitality, relationships and the participation of them, excuse me, fairness, dealing with emotional energy, children, as Leo deals with the fifth house of children, as it's said back here. I love this. I absolutely love this. This is a great book. Giving and receiving, acknowledging others, keeping score, romance, making choices, friendship, goals and self-determination, self-acceptance, enlisting others, future orientation, using creative energy transmission through acting or expressing oneself, higher consciousness and the angel connection, and finally vitality and making decisions. Oh yeah, and then at the end here there's an affirmation on Be the Child You Were and a healing theme song. And I guess it also includes information on a CD that you can buy called Unfolding as It Should. But at the start of the North Node in Leo and North Node in the fifth house, it's just absolutely outstanding how this book was put together. And so here are the many attributes that those with their North Node in Leo should strive to develop. Working in these areas can help uncover hidden gifts and talents. Individuality, willingness to take center stage, following one's heart's desires, strengthening one's willpower, enthusiasm, self-confidence, taking risks, relating to the childlike quality in others, enjoying life and having fun, looking at life as a game, developing an it's up to me attitude. And these are the tendencies to leave behind. Yielding to peer pressure in order to belong, detaching from emotional situations, aloofness, waiting for others to prompt one's own action, overlooking what's really going on, waiting for more knowledge before taking action, excessive daydreaming, or running away from confrontations. And this tendency to leave behind all of these more or less the qualities or characteristics that you don't need to be expressing are, it's saying, working to reduce the influence of these tendencies can help make life a whole lot easier and more enjoyable. And one of the things I also love about this book is how they go over what you really want, what these people really want. What Leo North Node people really want is to receive love. Their need to experience the loving energy of others is nearly insatiable. So to successfully bring this energy into their lives, they need to first give love by cheering people up. They know how to use the limelight to make others happy by exercising their creativity to contribute to the happiness of others. They create an audience or a peer group that will support them, accept them, and love them. The best barometer of being on track for those with their Leo North Node people is the applause and approval of others. In the process of giving happiness, as long as they stay in alignment with their own humanitarian ideals, they gain the reward of knowing they are an important participant in the stream of life. Don't you just love that? I absolutely love that. And then this book goes on to discuss what they were in a past life. I believe I remembered thinking the idea from her standpoint or perspective was something about like maybe important dignitaries, but I will have to see how much time I have. Oh, yeah. Just have a little bit more time to skim over the personality or past lives of the North Node in Leo, and it is something else. Or I may go ahead and read this again very shortly, but I want to do it in small segments so that it doesn't take me too long to upload these videos. So get this book if you really want a really good read. I love this book. It's one of my favorites. And it's extremely accurate, extremely accurate. For myself, I've got my North Node in the moon of Taurus, and as you can see, I've got a lot underlined here, and I'll get to that once I get around to reading that one too. But I was astounded when I read this, and just how beautifully written she wrote for every single one of the North Nodes in their respective signs. So on that note, I'd love to be able to share more in the future, near future, and I'm glad I could, because I really love astrology and its absolute knowledge or wisdom that these authors as well as all other astrologers impart. So I hope you have a great May, for those of you with your north node of your moon in Leo, and all Leos,